Thank you, Mark, and a big hello from London. A number of interesting technical patterns last week in stock index futures, emerging market currencies, and some commodities. We had weekly key reversals up last week in the German DAX Futures and the French CAC40 Futures. The weekly key reversal up in the German DAX Futures was interesting, as it looked like the market was trying to recover and repair what had been a breach and break below the lower time, currently at 15,676, of the October to December 2022 bullish shift pitchfork, which until the past 2 weeks had been the primary bullish incentive in this market. Monday saw a consolidation higher within this pitchfork, but yesterday saw a daily key reversal down, back below it, and thus adds a question mark over last week's actions. In the currencies, we had a weekly key reversal up last week in the US dollar Egyptian pound 1-year NDF, and weekly key reversals down in US dollar Turkish lira and US dollar Philippine peso. There's been a limited follow-on move higher in the US dollar Egyptian pound NDF, but there has not been any move lower in US dollar against the Turkish lira. And indeed, we've had a reactionary move higher in US dollar against the Philippine peso, such that at one point it looked like we were looking to possibly make an immediate countering weekly key reversal up. Then in spot gold and spot platinum, we had weekly key reversals up last week, and here again, there were no follow-throughs higher. Indeed, in spot gold, we are close to setting up for a possible immediate countering weekly key reversal down this week. Now, it would very much depend on what happens now that the market has dipped down to the combination of the congestion at 1807, the neckline of December 2021 to July 2022 head and shoulders top, that's currently also at 1807, and the rising medium moving average, currently 1808. This combination managed last week to force a move higher, and thus created the weekly key reversal up last week. The next few days of this week, we'll see if this combination of supports still holds, and if the market dodges the bullet of an immediate countering weekly key reversal. We also had weekly key reversals up in London white sugar futures, in Singapore SGX SICOM TSR20 rubber futures, and we had a weekly key reversal down in London cocoa futures. The weekly key reversal up last week in London white sugar futures has seen a very limited attempt higher this week. The reason this is limited is that just above the market we have the neckline extension, currently at 588.40, of the August to December 2021 complex head and shoulders top, and November 2016 high at 590 even. In many ways, these are last chance resistances before a big gap gets filled, hence the hesitation higher after last week's action. I've covered this market more fully in this past Monday's sugar video. The weekly key reversal up in Singapore rubber futures last week has not seen a follow-through higher. No bounce in this rubber, I'm afraid, as it has been capped by the long moving average, currently 141.80, though we are still within last week's trading range. As for London cocoa futures, a very limited follow-on lower at the start of Monday, but since then we've seen prices recover, though we are still also within last week's range. I'm always happy to answer any direct questions of anyone who is interested, and with that I'll finish this section from London. And I hope that you found these comments useful.
Thank you for listening. This weekly broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Topic and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.